Football fans face grueling journeys to back their teams because of Tory hypocrisy over Boxing Day trains, warns Labour. In opposition, the Conservatives raged against the annual shutdown of the rail network, but in power, the party has done nothing to tackle the festive closures which hamper soccer supporters' treks to watch their sides. Supporters of struggling Swansea City are the worst affected in the Premier League, with a daunting 8th or 335-mile round trip on crowded motorways to cheer on their team at Liverpool. Yet when Labour was in government, the Tories repeatedly hit out at the lack of rail services on Boxing Day, saying it showed that Labour did not have the interests of the travelling public at heart. Christmas closures have been slammed by Labour 8 years ago. Then Shadow Transport Minister Stephen Hammond fumed that by allowing the railway to close so completely on Boxing Day, Labour are condemning sports fans and families trying to celebrate the Christmas period together to misery on our clogged-up motorways. Mr Hammond highlighted the Yuletide battles faced by sports fans to reach fixtures when the rail system grinds to a halt. Stephen Hammond campaigned against festive shutdowns when he was in opposition. Image PA. He said in 2009, thousands of families travelled the length and breadth of the country to visit relatives and loved ones on Boxing Day. But yet again this year the railways will grind to a halt, forcing people onto gridlocked motorways. Motorways could be packed as fans head to the road network instead. When you add to this the thousands of home and away football fans heading for games, then the headache on our roads gets much worse. While engineering work should be carried out in quiet periods for travel, Boxing Day can hardly be seen as a quiet period. Labour just do not get how important the railway is to people at Christmas time. Yet despite warm Tory words in opposition, there are almost no train services across the country this Boxing Day, even though the Conservatives have been in office for 7.5 years. Labour says the scandal has a severe effect on football fans' ability to get to Boxing Day fixtures, with no trains across nearly the entire rail network. Across the 20 fixtures in the Premier League and Championship, fans will be unable to travel to a single match by rail. Shadow Transport Secretary Andy MacDonald said Boxing Day football is as traditionally festive as turkey and cranberry sauce. Andy MacDonald says the closures have now become a tradition. Image Daily Mirror. Unfortunately, under the Tories, fans now face a much less welcome tradition, a Tory train shutdown on Boxing Day. Thanks to a failure to properly manage and maintain our rail network, there are more delays and fewer services. First Great Western Train. Image PA. This means dedicated fans are travelling hundreds of miles and facing travel chaos and misery. The government's failure stands in stark contrast to Labour's plans to keep Network Rail in public hands and upgrade and expand the rail network across the country, including reopening branch lines funded through the National Transformation Fund to be run under public ownership with affordable fares for all. A Department for Transport spokeswoman said train services do not generally operate on Boxing Day in England and Wales due to lack of demand. This allows valuable maintenance and improvement work to take place to improve services for passengers. Franchises can operate Boxing Day services on a commercial basis subject to agreement with Network Rail.